So today is kind of an experiment. We're taking Bananarama's Cruel Cruel Summer, the restrictions of an RC30, Boss RC30 loop pedal, and asking the question, how would you loop this? Let's see what we find out. This, Kris, is for you. Thanks for the chats. It has taken a long time to get here, but we're doing it today. And it's a challenge, I'll be honest. RC30 means that we have two loop channels. They have to be the same length, which is okay. Even if we do something shorter, we can extend it. The problem is, with Cruel Cruel Summer, we have essentially three different sections to the song. We have the intro and verse section, which is C sharp minor, B major, A major, and B. We have this little pre-chorus lead into the chorus, which is essentially a repeat of A major and B major. And then we have the chorus, which is C sharp minor, A major, B major, A major. So reversing. So instantly there's two parts that are the same length, which sound, that's great. But the reality of putting this together is there's a lot of options of things we can do. So for the purposes of this video, we'll look at three different ways to approach this that you could come up with your own loop version of this song. So option one is we loop the verse on track 1, we loop the chorus on track 2, we either ignore the little pre-chorus section, or we simply let one of those loops run to give us that space to lead into the chorus, which would probably be the first one. The downside of this is you have to build everything on repeat for each track. For the verse, we have to put the chords down, we probably want a bass line, we probably want a rhythm. Each of those is going to be the full 4 bars. And if we create that all at once, we're going to move to then building the chorus loop, which we're starting from scratch. So we've gone from a built-up loop back down to nothing much. Or perhaps we build something up at the start of the song where maybe we start with the chorus, even the chords and the bass line, and then start building the loop for the verse while we sing it. There's a few different ways around it, but at some point you have to just switch and maybe keep building, switch back and forth and keep building onto each of those loops. I have the Boss RC300 at my feet. I'm going to use just 2 tracks to do this, and here's an example of what we might get using this first option. Recording the chords. Really simple rhythm, just using the kick and snare, and then I'm gonna pretend I have an octave pedal and just play a super simple bass line. And that's my loop, roughly. So now we can play the okay, and when we get to the pre-chorus, we have the option to either just stop that track and have a little bit of space, bring that in, which might be nice if we're then going to record another loop for the chorus. So pre-chorus to starting our new loop. It's a cool, cool summer, leaving me here. And we can put in the oh no, we can't. I don't know what happened there. We had a little special moment with the loop pedal. I had loop sync on, which probably what caused it, so I've just turned that off. I'm gonna just rebuild that first track and see how we go from there. Okay, so pre-chorus, stopping the loop, building the chorus. Ready? It's a cool summer, leaving me here on my own. That's better. It's a cool. So we got that in. We can put in the complete with my mistakes. If I undo, I let it all go as an undo, so I'd have to build the the rhythm again. So now we have our chorus loop. It was pretty easy to get into. I could add into that a bass line. Again, keeping it super simple. This isn't something I'm going to add to my repertoire, but I think it's a great demonstration of some options to do with songs like this. And thanks, Kris, for our chats on Patreon for suggesting it, and that's why we've got this. So I hope it's useful to you all. But that is literally the first way I'd approach it. And now at any point I've got the verse, and I can stop that, and I've got the chorus. And if I was using this at a live show to switch between two, to make things simple for a chorus, I would end up with I would probably just play the last part of the bar. Well, I don't know, there's two ways I'd do it, just thinking it now. I'd either do that, play the last chord of the bar just to have a little bit of space, or find some sort of stop to go dun, 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 dun. Da, 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 da. That might be a nicer way around it, to switch between them, stop one and start the other. Again, depending on the RC30, if you've got an external foot switch, this will make switching between them a lot easier. They're the same length, so we don't have to worry about that. Great, awesome. The next way I would look at it. So option number 2 is I would do what I do for a few different songs, which is I pick one part that I loop. So let's, in this case, it could be the verse or the chorus, either will work absolutely fine. And what I do is I will pick one of those to build up whilst having the rhythm on a separate track. So if we were to look at that, it means that the rhythm will keep going throughout the whole thing, and then one section can become a loop. So let's just use, as an example, we'll use the verse to be looped so that we can play that little riff. That might be nice. Equally nice to play the chorus part with the... Both are good options. So just putting that together, because we're talking about the RC30, we have to make sure the loops are the same length. So I'm going to start with that rhythm, keeping it super simple, kick and snare, and I'm basically going to imagine the chords in my head as I do it. Probably need to turn loop sync back on, so let's just do that so that these now match up. It's cool. So there's my loop, and now I'm going to create the verse on loop 2. I would probably just add a bass line, simple. We're going to go, imagine this is the bass. Okay, but now this gives me the option to play the Okay, when we get to the pre-chorus now, we're going to stop loop 2, out of hand. So I still have the rhythm, it's cool, and just for a little bit of space, stopping that rhythm, but it's kind of nice, it keeps some consistency there. The only downside is now when we get to the chorus, it's going to feel a little bit thinner because I'm only playing what is live, and this is where, if I was doing this, this is where I'd use the Boss OC3 pedal so that I get both the bass line and the chords when I play. There's a video I did, I'm going to link it somewhere here for you. It just shows the settings, which means I get the full range of guitar plus pretty much these bottom 2 strings with an octave below as bass, and that really fills out the sound after dropping out a bigger looped section. So then we'd get, let's just do the last little part of that, leading into the pre-chorus. Pre-chorus. It's cool. That's where I'd kick on the cool summer, Boss OC3. Leaving me here on my own, it's cool. Okay, so and then if we want it, we're back into the verse. So that's option number 2. Again, you could choose to either loop the chorus or loop the verse. Then, okay, lucky last, and this is kind of an interesting one, is the third option I would consider is actually working out, is there a way that could work to play through this whole song? And this is, for fans of the song, I'm very sorry, but for looping, this can be a solution. I'm not sure it works particularly well in this song, but is there a way we can play one chord sequence through the whole song and bring other parts of the song in to make it feel like we're actually making the changes? So for this, I think I would go with this is like a weird combination between the verse and the chorus, but it would mean you could actually create this on any pedal, one loop, and experiment. So here goes. It may not be pretty, but it's sort of a possibility. If we went C sharp minor, A, B, stayed on the B. I'm gonna do the same, just the root notes as a bass line, okay? So, you may well come up with a better option than this. This is just, again, a concept, something that might work for you, but now we can play. And you'll notice that it kind of reharmonizes that first part of that little lick. And then the second time we end up on the chord we're used to hearing it with. But it means we can get through, again, it sounds a little interesting, a little odd, through the verses. Okay, little unusual, possibly works, possibly not in this case, or maybe there's a better way to do this. Then for the choruses, it's a cool, cool summer. And what we've got is this little riff over top actually again plays, we're playing like an A major chord over that B. So it hints at the original chording, and it's got this different fundamental harmony underneath. Not sure if it works too well, but this is the other thing I'd start to consider in a song like this. Cool summer, leaving me here on my own. awesome. Okay, and as a special bonus, because I absolutely just thought of it right now, you could, if you don't want to do any of the fancy extra or the you could literally just record a rhythm, and I do this for a bunch of songs, so this is really a fourth way, sorry, surprise at the end of the video, but is you could just record a rhythm to fatten up what you're doing acoustically, and then you're free to change and play chords, and maybe you want to work out like the video you sent me, Kris, the fingerstyle version where he actually plays that little first melody with the chords. This could just be a way to enhance it, and at a simplest level would be going, just putting down, we don't even need the full 4 bars now because we're just going to get a fundamental rhythm running through the song. So then you can change as you wish from the pre-chorus, fine, no worries, into the chorus, and we can change chords as it suits us with no restrictions because we've just got a rhythm playing in the background. So there you go, a little loop experiment. I kind of like these. It's like breaking down some options of what might be possible with a specific song and a specific loop pedal. So who knows, maybe this will become a thing on the channel and we'll look at some more options. But I hope that gave you something useful to experiment with, and maybe we'll do some more. Happy looping. See you later.